Heyo.
We on?
We're live.
I've learned over the weeks. What is this episode, by the way? This is like 9?
I think it's 9.
Come on. Consistency is king, you know?
Yeah.
But I've learned over the weeks that we got to give this like a little bit of time. There's got to be, there's a little bit of a lag time. Maybe in the restream and the tech side of things, but also maybe just in the people are waking up because it's a Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. I am TK Douglas. This is live from the bunker. We got Macy over here behind the camera, behind the computers and the microphones over here, and we got Alyssa.
Heyo. Good morning.
We're real high energy this morning. This is we were just talking about how is this live from the bunker or is this just therapy where we just talk it out, just talk it out. I was at I was watching there was a speech that this is some months ago. We were at a thing and the speaker started kind of just working out their own stuff on stage. That was awkward. That was awkward AF. I mean, that was terrible.
That is.
There was like long pauses where they would ask a question and instead of like making eye contact with the audience, they'd be like, and it's just like,
They just go on a rant.
bro, you okay, man? You need a hug? Like,
Drop us down.
yeah, it drops us down. A little EOS right there. We don't have Andrew today, which is very sad. But he and his family went and checked out the solar eclipse up in, I don't know, somewhere North Texas. Did y'all see? How much of a thing did y'all see yesterday?
It was pretty cloudy, but like in between clouds, we got some good viewage.
Did it just go like kind of dark, creepy-ish kind
It was
of?
like dark enough that you could obviously see like car headlights as they drove by. Like it was off.
Yeah.
But it wasn't dark that it was in like Dallas.
Yeah.
I saw some pictures.
Yeah, we went over to Cameron, which is way shorter of a drive than I expected, by the way. It was like kind of an errand. But it was gorgeous, the thing we saw. It was like weird, but when when it hit totality, stars came out. Like we saw stars and this like they talk about the corona and in my head, I don't know why, but I thought it was going to be like a gold, orange, yellow, something or other. It was like just white. It was really strange. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It was bizarre, but it was beautiful. It was like, I don't know. I'm very glad that we drove over there, but it was kind of cool. Thank y'all for joining us, by the way. I should say thanks. I want to start with gratitude. I do have a thing to say. We're not really totally sure how this is going to go. We asked for some questions from our crew, and maybe there's some questions that come in, maybe there's not. I've got stuff prepared that we can talk through. But we're adding a different thing. We actually had comments last week on this thing, which is shocking to me and delightful that people are actually listening and somebody out in the ether is tuning in. So we have comments turned on today, and if anybody should happen to want to say a thing, say hello. Macy's going to shout it out. She's got a little microphone over here. She's on it.
I'm ready. I'm
All
watching.
right. Cool. Okay, so here's my topic. I'm going to do one of these.
Yum.
That was awesome. Did I spill it? No, we're good. Okay. I'm going to talk about culture is king. I don't know if y'all have ever heard this expression. Right now, here's my estimation is right now, life is really hard. And so I'm talking to people who are out there. Specifically, I'm talking to culture makers. So these are people you will find them in businesses, you'll find them in households, you'll find them in social kind of constructs, so churches, schools. And these are the kind of people who care about not just the work of their hands, but they're also they're caring about like the well-being of everybody around them. And so if you're that kind of a person, that's what I'm talking to. Right now, for you, I estimate that you're probably feeling that life is difficult at the moment. We have inflation up, social turmoil, we have an election year, we have. I just read an article yesterday about the high turnover of CEOs and CMOs and CROs. So the C suite at the leadership level is getting high turnover right now. And to me, all of that says that the upstream of our culture is getting really hard. That's what it says to me. I don't know, maybe I'm reading tea leaves wrong, but to me, I just want to tell you, I think other people are out there seeing it. I feel it. I'll say that. I feel it. I mean, just running a business, you're looking at your cost, you're looking at your expenses, all that stuff, and it's getting crazy, man. It's hard out there. Now, I want to tell you something. Politics is downstream, so towards the bottom of culture. Politics is a lagging indicator of what is happening in hearts and minds of people. You just see it played out in politics in the political arena. Upstream of politics is culture and how people are, and upstream of culture is what it is that people worship. So there's a weird line here, or there's a weird thread here, but worship is where it starts. That's the source of how people act and are, and how they feel, think, how they act is all about what they worship. And then from that goes down into politics. So if culture is downstream of worship, it is only the expression of the God that it praises. So I want to encourage you to pay attention to what is the gods that you're worshiping. Amazon worships efficiency, just as an example. The little g god of Amazon is efficiency. And so how that plays out is in worn out workers. It's in very fast shipping times, but it's also in the politics and how they go about lobbying for their agenda. You see how that works? They care about efficiency, and so it plays it out in the business and thus into politics. My encouragement to you is to think about what it is you and your business or you and your arena are worshiping. Please don't worship money. Money is just gasoline. It would be foolish to just worship gasoline. Although there's a lot of people in the oil industry, I think that might actually go with that. Don't worship yourself. Don't worship like a personality at your company, because that's just narcissism. So you got to be really intentional about what it is that you're directing your worship to, and also your people's worship to. So, instead of asking why it is that you do what you do, it's actually an easier way of thinking to say, well, what is it that I'm worshiping? So that's my encouragement. I'm calling that segment one, by the way. That really an encouragement to anybody out there who is doing the thing to go and actually pay attention to what it is you're doing. I'll also say, by the way, that whenever times get hard, that's when you actually get a very clear picture of what it is that's on the line. When times are hard, you actually get a full assessment of what actually matters. You'll see people act all sorts of kind of wild ways, and really it's that they're actually showing you what it is that was already there, already in their heart. So anyways, there's my encouragement right there. How are we doing? I saw y'all looking at your phones. Everything cool?
Everything is going good. We've got a chat. Texomatic Motor Media said, "Good morning, TK."
Oh, come on now. I don't know who Texomatic Motor Media, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Good morning. Last night, so this week is my wife's birthday week, which is pretty cool. And we bought the trilogy for Back to the Future. I've got 3 kids, and so we're showing them all 3. We're kind of doing like we wanted to get them all 3 done this week as part of the birthday week festivities. So we watched Back to the Future 2 with them last night. It was great. It was so good.
I gotta go back and watch those.
Well, you know what was disappointing is that it was the future date was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, no hoverboards, no.
Kinda hurts.
Well,
I know.
we have hoverboards in a different form.
Go on.
Well, they don't really hover. They just have wheels.
We have skateboards that have
We-
motors.
Like
It's
electric.
It's like a board and like a big wheel in the middle.
We have the one wheel.
Oh, those
Yeah,
are the ones. Well, we have
Oh,
this
those are
other
crazy.
too.
they're kind of like hoverboards. I think that whole industry is just trying to get to Back to the Future. I think that's their big goal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to the future.
Back to the Future.
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
watching Loki yesterday, and some of the future dates in Loki were like 2050 and 2077, and I
Yeah.
was like,
They
Of course, it
didn't
was all
really give us a
apocalyptic.
long enough of runway there.
I mean, I was like, well, I'll
apocalyptic.
have this for reference.
So
Yeah.
I was
Yikes.
okay. I saw an interview this last week with Elon, and for those who don't know who I'm just kidding. Everybody knows who that is. But he had something that I was thinking about the interview because I was thinking about how disappointed I was that we don't have hoverboards and we don't have like jackets that self-size and shoes that self-lace.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, why am I so unhappy about this? And I was thinking about this interview where Elon says the equation for happiness is expectations minus, or no, sorry, reality minus expectations. And the problem is we have a ever increasing capacity to normalize, to standardize, and adjust our expectations up, like always. And it's actually tied to progress. That's actually tied to the ability to maintain curiosity, to advance the culture, to advance our peoples, right? But what it does is it breeds this ever increasing expectation and unhappiness. So progress is linked to unhappiness. The more progress, the more unhappy. Isn't that kind of messed up?
Yeah. It's deep.
Somebody's gonna blow holes through this whole argument, and I hope they do. But I think that's why people right now are like kind of glamorizing traditionalism. They're like glamorizing the like I'm gonna bake some homemade bread, and
Yeah.
you know, I
Go
think
back to the
people want
roots.
that. You know, I'm kind of about it though, because like homemade bread is amazing.
I could get behind that.
Yeah,
I love me some homemade goodies.
yeah. But at the same time, it also keeps advancing our society. So it's kind of hard to say that it's evil or bad, right? I'm gonna call that segment 3. Look at that, we're done. Yeah, that just happened. Segment 4. I don't know. Do y'all have something for youngs versus old singular now?
Oh, yeah.
Got a segment. I'm just gonna make jingles for everything now.
I like that you did this and it added reverb.
So today's segment is a little bit like the one we did with Katie Beth, but kind of the opposite.
Do you want
for-
to explain real quick what is young versus old?
Yeah, sure. So young. Have we ever really followed the tradition of what we expected it to be? Maybe not.
No.
But young versus old is meant to be maybe like a trend that is from our generation and then a trend from your generation where we kind of like banter about different
Like it could be more
generational.
like challenges versus.
I feel like if we really pitted the generations against each other, like if you went boomer versus zoomer, that would be crazy. Our generations are very close but different. I'm not claiming youth here.
Who are the Zoomers?
You guys,
Oh, are we?
y'all are Gen Z, aren't you?
I think we are. I think we are.
You just added a sound effect to your generation.
I don't need a sound effect board. I
Okay,
am
so
the sound
for clarity, I'm going in blind. I don't even know what y'all have.
Yeah. I'll have Alyssa take it away.
Okay, so the segment is called "Things That Would Send a Victorian Child into a Coma." Sounds a little aggressive.
That's
No, but it's fun.
dark.
It's fun. It's don't think about it that way. It's like things that would be like, wow, that's shocking.
like a swoon.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Things that would send a Victorian child into a coma. Pop rocks.
I introduced Pop Rocks to Ren, my youngest, the other day. We went to Hobby Lobby because that's where you get Pop Rocks.
Is it?
I don't think there's Pop Rocks sold any place other than Hobby Lobby.
Are they legal still?
Yeah, I don't know. But she went wild. She was like, "This is the best thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
This is my favorite."
But imagine a young Victorian child.
Magic.
I don't even think they had. Did they even have candy?
Yeah, so Mark has this thing. My brother Mark has this thing about if you could get in a time machine and go back and meet Benjamin Franklin, and then open your hand and have gummy worms, what would he do?
That's
He'd
kinda
freak
what the
out.
trend is.
Confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more.
What else would make Benjamin Franklin swoon?
A McDonald's Sprite.
That's
Why
also
do you
another
think?
trend.
They're like
It's just sugar.
it
Sugar water.
tastes the way TV static looks in your
McDonald's
mouth.
Sprite.
TV static looks.
That's
yeah.
a thing.
When was the last time you had a McDonald's Sprite?
Oh, shoot. Forever ago? I
Might
don't
send
know.
you in a coma.
It
if
might.
You have one.
They did not. I mean, for sure, the Victorian era did not have as global of a sugar processed addiction as we do.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the rest of these.
All right, go for it.
Got a big old list over here.
Hearing the sound of the buzzer from America's Got Talent.
They would think it would be like the cry of war.
Seeing a woman in pants.
Oh yeah, scandal.
I know.
Man,
Talk of the town.
Do
ankles.
you have any ankles? I was gonna ask if you had any in your brain, but the ankles took it to another level. A crop top.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sad because that would like immediately like turn into like witch burning.
That's a lot what I was saying. Because
There's a couple of these that we saw that
Yeah.
could definitely be. It would give witchcraft.
It would give witchcraft.
Alyssa was talking about the eclipse yesterday. Like, what do you think
Oh,
a
yeah.
Victorian child would have thought about the? Did they have? I mean, surely they had.
They had
Eclipses.
them.
So totality. This is an obscure internet thing. Who knows if this is true? But I heard that the totality only crosses this geography specifically once every 145 years. So
Maybe they don't. have
maybe.
eclipses. That would be witchery to them. I think. Like
I think they
somebody
would-
did that.
Think like the world is ending or a
Yeah.
witch.
Yeah.
And they would go hunting with pitchforks.
And then swoon.
Coma.
Coma.
Riding Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Any roller coaster in general, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Car washes.
Yeah, both of those I think might kill them because bathing suits were full dresses. They would probably drown.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was dark.
Yeah.
God, you
I'm
better
just
direction.
y'all went with the coma.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
I would think cars.
Cars.
Yeah, much
Motorized-
less a car wash.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Motorized scooters.
Motorized scooters?
witch
Are you
broom.
sure?
Oh.
A broom. Yeah. Oh.
that
God
in-
bless.
in
God bless
broom?
this sweet Victorian child. Oh man. I would think you would have to do something like all these women in education and in seats of power.
Yeah, women
What
in
about that?
power.
Angela Merkel. Like, right?
Uh,
And I think
Speaking of
I don't. What would their view of us would be like? What has happened?
the Kardashians.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. I think they would immediately start praying. I think that's what would happen.
The death of Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, was she in the Victorian? She wasn't
I don't
Victorian.
know, but I feel like it would
Her
put him over.
lineage?
Yeah,
yeah.
that might be the only thing that might feel normal to them is the death of a monarch. I'm sure they were like
That's
burning
true.
through monarchs.
That would have been like a traditional thing
That
to
would
do.
make them
And
feel
think
comfortable.
about like the age expectancy. They're probably used to it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they would. If anything, they would be so surprised she was as old as she
They
was.
probably put a 6-year-old in her seat to replace her.
Right.
Whoa.
Just
They
find
get
a
this kid
6-year.
young in power.
The young Victorian child would be in power, in a coma and in power.
I'm gonna fireball some of these off.
Yeah, do it.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Jello. 5-hour energy.
All
Drinking
foods.
cold water while chewing mint gum. Stepping on a Lego. College tailgates. 3D movies.
Oh man,
The X Factor.
the X Factor. 3D movies. There was a down in Corpus Christi. There's the marine. What do you call it? Not marine biology. The aquarium.
Oh yeah.
Big Texas State Aquarium. It's huge. It's gorgeous. It's fantastic. And it could take you a whole day to get through it. But they have a 3D movie that's about sharks.
Oh my gosh.
And they do the thing where it's like IMAX and it like blows on your feet.
like
and
4D.
you get sprayed. Yeah.
I love-
But it's terrifying because it's sharks and they play it up so big. They're not like, look at these majestic creatures. They're like, bah!
It's like this shark is about to rip your arm.
Yeah, and it comes at you, and like children cry. Yeah,
I would have been children.
it's pretty great.
I
It's
have
pretty great.
I have a memory, I think, from Moody Gardens experiencing this.
No, because I was just thinking there's something in my head, and I wasn't sure if it was Moody Gardens or SeaWorld.
Yeah, one of those. And I
Like
loved
the
it.
water.
Probably,
I liked it.
I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about SeaWorld.
Yeah, yeah.
It went
Controversial.
Anyway,
controversial.
Moody Gardens is fun.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Botanical Gardens is pretty great, but all those enslaved daisies,
Ugh,
I tell you,
free the daisies.
Heartbreaking.
free the daisies. This is time. This is time. Thank you. What was the Automotive USA?
Texamatic Motor Media.
Texamatic Motor Media for the comment. That's awesome. God bless. Y'all have a good day. Happy Tuesday. Join us next week.